Hey everyone, it's Gulay from MBA Grounds Cafe and Training Academy. How you doing today? I hope you're doing great. I wanted to follow up on the video we posted last week on customer service versus customer experience. This is actually quite a big topic, and what I did this week was get some feedback from a few of my regulars in different age groups just to see and feel what they think and what they believe customer service is versus customer experience. And it was quite interesting, the feedback that I got, and I wanted to share that with you today. And I'm hoping that you guys would respond back and comment as well what you think customer service and customer experience is. So here we go. We'll start with the first one. The first one was a 21-year-old who has a background in working at McDonald's, and her thoughts were what customer service is, what she believes it to be, and it's more important to the employee is to make people happy and comfortable. Smiling always, she says a smile is infectious. It creates the person across you to smile. Confidence in yourself as a server. Build trust with your customer. Knowledge, we talked about this, how knowledge is power, and it's really important. And to relay that great customer service, you need to have knowledge of your job and the operation. Respect, of course. Everyone needs to have respect for one another. You give respect, you get respect, basically. Have a positive attitude. Absolutely. Definitely need to have a positive attitude. Like, this might not happen all the time or every day. And if you're in a bad mood that day, I'm hoping that your teammate will help you and give you a bit of free time, or maybe work more towards the back so they can cover for you at the front in your role until you get back into the vibe and are able to provide the best possible customer service. Body language is very important, guys. It tells the customer a lot about who you are and whether or not they should take you seriously, respect you, and pretty much listen to what you're saying, like how you stand, how you walk, how you carry yourself. A lot of people are aware of this, and I know it's not right and it's not fair, but they can pass judgment on you if you don't carry yourself well enough to be respected and treated properly. How we treat the customer. Basically, she ended with how we treat the customer. That's what she believes customer service is. Her understanding of customer experience, she said to me, it had no meaning to her and didn't care. And where she got that from was her time while she was working at Macca's. And basically the age group of Macca's, the starting point of employees at McDonald's is usually around 14 years of age, and that's quite young to have that kind of feeling or love or passion or responsibility towards your job. It doesn't mean it's impossible. It can happen if they have great leaders and great teammates. I'm sure and 100% they can bring out the best in these 14-year-olds. It's not impossible, guys. And as a customer, you could also create that in that 14-year-old, not treat them like a little child and inexperienced and not knowledgeable, just there to do their job. As a customer, if you're nice to them, you'll be amazed about how they treat you and how they respond back to you. So she basically said that customer experience had no meaning to her, and that came from basically not really understanding the concept of what customer experience was. Actually, she just said that. I don't know what it means. Experience, how the customer makes the employee feel. So she asked me, for a little insight, and I said, look, customer experience is basically how does the customer feel while they're in your place of business or while you're providing that service or product or so forth. How are they feeling at that point? That's what customer experience means. She said it comes from lack of training and not enough practice. In her current role, I believe her training involved the the manager pretty much showing her what she needed to do, the steps 1, 2, and 3, and so forth to get the job done. But she didn't allow her to practice the job so she can actually learn it herself. Now, some people learn by practical, some people learn through theory, or some people learn for other ways. Not everyone is the same. Everyone will learn differently, and doesn't mean they can't do it. They can. As a manager or as a boss or an owner, as a team leader, it's their role to be able to get the best out in you to provide this great customer experience and great customer service, guys. The next person I asked for feedback was a 42-year-old young lady. Her responses, I don't have any room on the whiteboard. I think I'm going to need more whiteboards for my sessions, guys. So I wrote on a piece of paper. I'm just going to read from my notes here. She said the same things, a smiley face. She added more to these points: feeling welcome, good service, by a human being. Her responses as for customer service was based as a customer, so what she expected as a customer to be the best possible customer service. And then she gave me answers on what she thinks an employee needs to do to be able to provide customer service, and her responses were around the quality in the product that she served, hygiene, good prices, again, smiling face, great energy, great attitude, personality. She believed all these points were quite important to provide the best possible customer service. Her customer experience knowledge was, as a customer, the taste, the quality, what she's eating or drinking, like, is it good, is it great, how it made her feel while she was eating, how it made her feel while it was being served to her, how she was treated from the time she walked into the premises to the time she left, basically experiencing the whole service from beginning to end. As an employee, she believes that to provide the best customer service was to make sure that she felt all of the above. I thought that was cute. And then this young man came by today, and he actually wanted to survey me. He was a 23-year-old young gentleman that's studying at University of Sydney business management, and he had a final project that he had to complete, and he went around to quite a lot of the businesses here in Auburn and asked if he could do a survey, and almost everyone said no, they were too busy, but really they were doing nothing. They just didn't want to help him out, the poor bugger. So I thought, love to help you out. Please come and take a seat. So he asked me all these questions about my business, what I do, my operation, and I answered him, and I said, hold on a minute, I want to ask you a few questions. Do you have some time? He's like, yeah, no problem. So I asked him what he thought customer service versus customer experience was, and his responses were really good. I really like this kid. The first impression. What's the first impression you give as a server to the customer? Fast and clean. That was his whole summary on customer service as a customer, what he would look for. As an employee, now this was the cream of the crop, guys. This point was really good, and this is something that I try and train all the kids that work with me, or the adults, or whoever they are, whoever comes and works with me. This is how I try and train them, and also through my training. Avoid saying no. My friends, guys, this is really important. The word no is negative in itself, and it shouldn't be said, really. You should have another word, another answer to be able to give to the customer on the spot, not mumbling, I'm not sure, I need to ask, can you give me a moment, I don't know what that means, yeah, I think we have some, or we don't. No, all of these responses are incorrect and they're wrong. Now this one point that he made pretty much summed up what kind of personality and character, for me, this kid had, and I believe that he has strong, very, very strong sales skills. Why do I say that? Because automatically he's thinking, what do I need to say to the customer other than no, for the customer to be happy and go with what I'm going to suggest, basically. This response was unbelievable, guys. Really take this on board. Ask for feedback for repeat business. The customer base, he thought that was quite important as an employee. Provide product quality. These are all the points he made under customer service. Very interesting, guys. I went on to ask him what did he think a customer experience was. He wasn't sure. He didn't know how to answer me. He asked me to give him an example of what customer experience was, and I said the simple sentence was, I believe customer experience is how does the customer feel while they're in your business, for them to feel good, for them to come back and have repeat business. The whole experience. What do you need to do as a server or an employee to create a great experience for your customer, for them to enjoy everything and keep coming back to you, miss every other place on the strip or in that area and come back to you. And he thought, oh wow, no one's ever talked about this, no one's ever told me about customer experience before. This is really interesting. I want to thank you, he said. I want to put this in my project. I said, please, if I gave you some valuable information and insight and some ideas to really think about and research on, I'm happy. Please let me know. I gave him my card and I said, let me know how you go with your project. And we talked a little bit more about customer experience and little points that he might be able to add to his project to explain what customer experience was versus customer service. So that was the feedback I got from some customers and regulars and friends this week that I wanted to relate to you, and I'm hoping that you guys can respond back and comment below and let me know what you think customer service is and what customer experience is. As a customer as well as an employee, that would be great. I would like to take any point. This was quite valuable for me doing this little exercise because it gives me an insight on what the person across me thinks and believes customer service and customer experience is, and it helps within my training as well. Training is not simple, and not one person is the same as the other. Everyone learns differently. It doesn't mean they're good or bad, it just means they learn differently. They've got skills in areas that can be applied to certain jobs and certain positions within a business. Again, it doesn't mean they're good or bad or better than the other. It's just that their pluses are in areas that not everybody else is. And that's great, that's fine. So in training, what we need to do is to make sure that we are able to get the message across so they can apply the information and skills within their job. So guys, thank you for listening. I hope you got some good insight on customer service versus customer experience, and I look forward to hearing from you and seeing you at MBA Grounds Cafe and Training Academy. Again, any questions, any feedback, any comments, please comment below. Come by, give me a call. My number is 0403 207 077. I love all kind of feedback and all kind of points, anything. Thank you, love and peace. Take it easy.